All right, students. So we are now starting with sums of lesson number 4, that is effects of electric current. Now, why did I choose this lesson first? Because number one, obviously the sums are very easy. And number two, lesson number 1, gravitation, and lesson number 10, space missions, the sums are similar. So I want those two chapters to be together. So let us start with numericals of effects of electric current by discussing the list of formulae. Now, all the sums of this lesson are based on only 4 formulae. Formula number 1 is a formula that we've learned in our 9th standard. And the formula is V is equal to IR. If you all can recall, this is the mathematical formula for Ohm's law. So V is equal to IR is formula number 1. No, Rishita, do not write anything until and unless I ask you to write. And don't ask me anything in the chat box right now. I will solve all your queries and only then we will end the lecture. But for now, I want you all to pay attention to all the sums. I promise you, जितने भी sums हमने पहले किए हैं, सब के सब sums मैं आज वापस पढ़ाने वाला हूँ. So, more than revision, it is reteaching today. So formula number 1, V is equal to IR. The second formula is for finding heat. Now this heat H can be found out by using 3 formulae. The first formula is I square RT. The second formula is VIT. And the third formula is V square T upon R. So there are 3 formulae, students, for finding heat. One is I square RT. Second, VIT. Third, V square T upon R. The third formula is for finding power. Now formulae for power are very simple. Again, power को ढूंढने के लिए there are 3 formulae, and the best part is if you remember heat का formula, you will automatically remember power का formula because सब कुछ same है, सिर्फ T नहीं लिखने का. So P is equal to I square R, T is equal to VI, and P is equal to V square upon R. So you can compare the formulae for power with the formulae for heat. Only T is missing. So if you remember the formula for heat, automatically you will remember the formula for power. T is equal to I square R, which is also equal to VI, and which is also equal to V square upon R. And the last formula of this lesson. The last formula is for finding how much electricity are we using? How much electrical energy are we consuming? So electrical energy consumed, the formula is very simple. It is power into time. Now, this formula is very simple. Electrical energy consumed is equal to power into time. But then we have to be very careful while using this formula. हमेशा याद रखना, whenever we find electrical energy consumed, या तो whenever we find the units of electricity consumed, we will always find it in किलोवाट आवर. इसका आंसर हमेशा किलोवाट आवर में होना चाहिए. अच्छा, हमको इसका आंसर किलोवाट आवर में कब मिलेगा? When power is in kilowatt and time is in hours. So this is a major area where we need to be alert while solving these type of sums. Power will be given in watt, so we will first convert it into kilowatt. Time should be in hours, and only then we will get electrical energy consumed in kilowatt hour. That's it. Only 4 formulae of this lesson. First formula, V is equal to IR. Second formula, H is equal to I square RT, which is equal to VIT, which is equal to V square T by R. Formula number 3 is for power. P is equal to I square R, which is equal to VI, which is equal to V square by R. And the last formula, electrical energy consumed in kilowatt hour is equal to power in kilowatt into time in hours. Now, some of y'all are wondering कि ये V, I, R, H, T सब क्या है और उसका units क्या है. So let's discuss these. The first quantity, potential difference. Symbol of potential difference is V and its SI unit is volt. तो formula में जहां पे भी तुम लोग को V दिख रहा है, V stands for potential difference and उसका SI unit is volt and the symbol of volt is again V. The second physical quantity, electric current. The symbol of current is I. That means in the formula you see I means electric current and the SI unit of electric current is ampere. The symbol of ampere is A. The third quantity, resistance, symbol of resistance is R. The SI unit of resistance is ohm, and look at that symbol of ohm. It's a Greek alphabet called omega, but हम लोग इसको omega नहीं बोलेंगे, हम लोग इसको भी ohm बोलेंगे. So ohm, and this symbol is also ohm. Next, heat, symbol H, SI unit joule, and symbol of joule capital J. Next, power, symbol P, SI unit of power is watt, and the symbol of watt is capital W. फटाफट जरा ये स्लाइड का स्क्रीनशॉट लेके रखो. दिस विल हेल्प यू. वैसे भी आप लोगों को लिस्ट ऑफ फॉर्मूले आया है आज, इनफैक्ट कल ही आ गया होगा शायद. कम ऑन, टेक अ स्क्रीनशॉट. All right, chalo, let's start. Let's start with first sum for this lesson. The question, acha, by the way, all the sums that we are discussing are there in the textbook. Okay? Heat energy is being produced in a resistance in a circuit at the rate of 100 watt. Current of 3 ampere is flowing in the circuit. What must be the resistance? Let's see how do we solve this sum by writing the values in the given. ठीक है, DN अगर को नहीं मिला है, don't worry, I'll ask Shashikant sir to forward it. So heat energy is being produced in a resistance in a circuit at the rate of 100 watt. देखो first value दिया है 100 watt. मेरे को एक बात बताओ ना, 100 watt क्या है डायरेक्टली तो मेंशन नहीं है क्वेश्चन में, but we can guess it from the unit watt. बच्चों जरा चैट बॉक्स में अभी मेरे को आंसर लिख के दो ना, वॉट किसका यूनिट है? व्हाट इज द एसआई यूनिट ऑफ? अब भी डिस्कस किया, व्हाट इज द एसआई यूनिट ऑफ? यस, वेरी नाइस. व्हाट इज द एसआई यूनिट ऑफ पावर? सो इन गिवन I will write P is given to me as 100 watt. Look at the question further. A current of 3 amperes. So current is given 3 ampere. Again in the chat box write current ka symbol. Come on. What is the symbol of current? Yes, very nice. So symbol of current is capital I. So I is given to me as 3 ampere. And the question is, what must be the resistance? So I am supposed to find the value of resistance. That means I am supposed to find the value of R. Okay, now let's see how do we solve this sum. Now सबसे पहले तो मेरे को एक बात के बताओ, the sum is related to power or heat. Is the sum related to power or is the sum related to heat? Yes, very good. The sum is related to power. And we know there are 3 formulae for power. P is equal to I square R, P is equal to VI, P is equal to V square upon R. Now, I want you all to look at what is given to us. Look at what we want and then answer me in the chat box. मैं कौन सा formula use करूँ यहाँ पे? I square R use करूँ, VI use करूँ या V square upon R use करूँ? Ah, nice. Very good. I will use the formula P is equal to I square R. Now let's substitute the values. P is given to me as 100. I is 3. So I square will be 3 square into R. But to likho, how much is 3 square? Jaldi. So 100 is equal to 9 into R. That means R will be 100 by 9. And when you divide 100 by 9, Mayank from Vilepale is saying 100 minus 9. Beta 100 minus 9 nahi aayega, 100 divided by 9 aayega. When 9 goes on the other side, 9 और R multiplication में ना तो division हो जाएगा. So 100 by 9 when you divide, you will get the answer as 11.11 ohm and that's your answer. चलो जल्दी screenshot लो. I hope this sum was very easy. Come on, quickly take the screenshot. Yes, Shrey, we can round off, but generally I would advise don't round off. हमेशा 2 digit तक लिखो. अपने textbook में जो answers दिए हैं ना, in some questions they have rounded off, in some questions they have not. So we don't know what to do. Correct? So better we will write the answer up to 2 decimal places. तो ये कोई भी रॉन्ग नहीं दे पाएगा. 11.11 ohms. चलो, I hope people have taken the screenshot of the sum. Next sum. Next sum is two tungsten bulbs of wattage 100 watt and 60 watt power work on 220 volt potential difference. If they are connected in parallel, how much current will flow in the main conductor? Believe me, this sum is also very, very easy. They are talking about two bulbs जिनका wattage दिया है 100 watt and 60 watt. Look at this word itself, wattage. बच्चों बोलो watt किसका unit है? Answer me in the chat box. This is the question that I'm asking you for the second time. What is the SI unit of power? Good. So that means power of the first bulb is given 100 watt and power of the second bulb is given to me as 60 watt. So I will write in the given P1 is given to me as 100 watt, P2 is given to me as 60 watt. Achha, look at the question further. Work on 220 volt potential difference. Obviously 220 volt potential difference means potential difference का value दिया है 220 volts. But more interesting, I want you all to write the symbol of potential difference. And trust me, if you think the answer is PD, then it is wrong. PD is not the symbol of potential difference. Ah, nice, nice, nice. Capital V. Capital V is potential difference and it is given to me as 220 volts. The question is, how much current will flow in the main conductor? So I'm supposed to find the value of current, which means I'm supposed to find the value of I. देखो अभी वापस से सम बहुत सिंपल है. सर्किट में ना दो बल्ब्स हैं. एक बल्ब का पावर है 100 वॉट, दूसरे बल्ब का पावर है 60 वॉट. So if I want to find the total power of the circuit, definitely it will be P1 plus P2, which means 100 plus 60, which means 160 watt. See, now the sum is very simple. In fact, you all can answer me this sum now. अभी हमारे पास P का वैल्यू है 160 वॉट, हमारे पास V का भी वैल्यू है 220 वोल्ट और मुझे I का वैल्यू चाहिए. Now again, if you see, sum is related to power and there are three formulae for power. They are there in front of you now. देखो क्या दिया है, देखो क्या ढूंढना है और मुझे बताओ कौन सा फॉर्मूला यूज करोगे. Will it be I square R? Will it be VI? Or will it be V square upon R? Okay, nice. So P is equal to VI. एक काम करो ना जरा, ये सम अभी तुम लोग फटाफट सॉल्व करो. डोंट राइट गिवन टू फाइंड सोल्यूशन, कुछ कॉपी मत करो, डायरेक्ट यहां से सॉल्विंग शुरू करो और मुझे जरा बाद में बताओ कितना आंसर आया. Come on. And as always, we will find the answer up to 2 decimal places. Don't write the steps. I only want you all to do calculations. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Very good. Somebody got 0.45. Beta, the answer is wrong. Somebody has written 8 upon 11. Beta, I want the answer in decimals. Areen from Ghatkopar, beta, your answer is wrong. Good. Rutuja from Vikroli, beta, thoda gadbad hai answer mein, check karo calculation. Prem from Chembur, beta, answer wrong है. हाँ, अभी जिसको भी 1.35 मिला है ना, मुझे क्या लग रहा है मालूम है तुम लोग ने क्या मिस्टेक किया है. See here, P is equal to VI and I want I. If I want I, तो मैं क्या करूंगा, V को यहाँ पे शिफ्ट करूंगा, तो V will go down. If V goes down, it will become P upon V. जिसको भी 1.35 मिला है, आप लोगों ने V upon P किया होगा. So I will be equal to P is 160. So 160 upon V is 220. So 220 Obviously 1 0 1 0 will get cut, बचेगा 16 upon 22, दोनों 2 में जाएगा, 2 8s are 16, 2 11s are 22, 8 upon 11, and when you divide 8 by 11 you will get 0.727272 recurring. तो आप लोग 0.72 भी ले सकते हो, 0.73 भी कर सकते हो, doesn't matter, this is the answer. Come on, take the screenshot. Jaldi, quick. All right. Now there was a request for me to show you all the previous sum. तो एक बार मैं फटाफट पहले वाला सम दिखा देता हूँ. जिसने भी रिक्वेस्ट किया था जल्दी से स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो. मयंक, if you divide 8 by 11 and when you say 8 by 11 मतलब 8 है ना डिविजन साइन के अंदर आएगा, 11 बाहर आएगा. When you divide that you will get the answer 0.727272. चलो next. An electric iron uses a power of 1100 watt when set to a higher temperature. If set to a lower temperature, it uses 330 watt power. Find out the electric current and the respective resistance of 220 volt. Now, pay attention to this sum now. Everybody pay attention. There is an electric iron. It uses a power of 1100 watt when it is set to a higher temperature. And when it is set to a lower temperature, it uses 330 watt power. I'm sure everyone knows iron. Iron का ना regulator होता है by which we can regulate the temperature of the iron. उसमें बहुत सारे options रहते हैं. Sometimes high, medium, low, you know, या तो sometimes there are values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. When that iron is set at a higher temperature, it uses 1100 watt of power. When it is set at a lower temperature, it uses 330 watt of power. We are supposed to find the electric current and the respective resistance. मतलब हमको दोनों केस में हायर टेम्परेचर में करंट कितना, रेजिस्टेंस कितना, वो ढूंढना है, और लोअर टेम्परेचर में भी करंट कितना है, रेजिस्टेंस कितना है, वो हम लोग को ढूंढना है. So now let's see how do we solve this sum. Now, when the iron is set at a higher temperature, its power is given 1100 watt. So let me call this power as P1. P1 is given to me as 1100 watt. When the iron is set at a lower temperature, its power is given 330 watt. Let me call this power as P2. So P2 is given to me as 330 watt. And end में वो लोगों ने 220 वोल्ट लिखा है. 220 वोल्ट. बच्चों मेरे को एक बात बताओ, वोल्ट इज द एसआई यूनिट ऑफ व्हाट? वोल्ट किसका एसआई यूनिट है? किस चीज का एसआई यूनिट है? Is it the SI unit of current? Is it the SI unit of potential difference? Is it the SI unit of resistance? Power? किस चीज का SI unit है? हाँ, very good. Majority of the people have answered right. However, थोड़े बहुत लोगों ने wrong भी आंसर दिया है. It is the SI unit of potential difference. Volt is the SI unit of potential difference. मतलब potential difference का वैल्यू दिया है. So V का वैल्यू दिया है 220 volt. जैसे मैंने बोला, what are we supposed to find? We are supposed to find the electric current in both the cases and resistance in both the cases. Let the electric current in the first case be I1, in the second case be I2. First case का resistance R1, second case का resistance R2. तो ये सब में बच्चों हम लोग को चार अलग अलग चीजें ढूंढनी है. But although the sum is big, but trust me, it is going to be very, very simple. Let's see how do we solve this sum. Now first, I want to find I1. ठीक है, तो उसके लिए मेरे पास P का वैल्यू है. Obviously because I1 ढूंढना है तो मैं P1 देखूंगा. ठीक है, I have the value of P, I have the value of V, I want the value of I, and I know there are three formulae for power, and you tell me which formula should I use now. P का वैल्यू है, V का वैल्यू है, I का वैल्यू चाहिए. Which formula should I use? Yes, P is equal to VI, and because we are talking about I1 and P1, तो formula थोड़ा सा मैं ना alter कर रहा हूँ. So P1 is equal to V into I1. So if I want I1, obviously that V will go on the left hand side. We will get P1 upon V. Barabar? Now put the values. P1 is 1100. So I'll put the value here. V diya hai 220. So I'll put the value here. 10 and 10 gets cut. And 110 divided by 22 will give you the answer as 5. 22 5s are 110. So I1 is equal to 5. जरा चैट बॉक्स में आंसर लिख के भेजो. 5 क्या यूनिट क्या है करंट का? What is the SI unit of current? Yes, nice. So I1 is equal to 5 ampere. Similarly, chalo use this same formula for I2 and get me the answer of I2. Jaldi. Same formula. I1 is equal to P1 upon V. So I2 is equal to P2 upon V. Yes, Devang, very good. Yes, Shubham, excellent. शार्दुल बेटा, I don't know textbook में ये कौन सा सम है, but I believe this is one of the solved examples. अभी तुम ढूंढ लो कौन सा है. Yes, Shri. Yes, Krishika. Yes, Kalista. Yes, Soham. सोहम बेटा डेसिमल में आंसर दो. हाँ, very good. So the answer is P2 is 330, V is 220. Again, 10 gets cut. 11 3s are 33, 11 2s are 22, and 3 by 2 is 1.5 ampere. All right. Now somebody is asking, sir, दो करंट कैसे आएगा? बेटा एक करंट है हायर टेम्परेचर का, दूसरा करंट है लोअर टेम्परेचर का. सिंपल. चलो I1 I2 मिल गया. Now let's focus on R1 and R2. By the way, before I move on to R1 and R2, पहले इसका जल्दी एक स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो. आज बहुत सारे स्क्रीनशॉट्स लेने हैं. No problem, Manasvi. I believe this sum might not be omitted because it is general formula based sum. तुम्हारे स्कूल में अगर बोला है तो ठीक है, बट मेरे ख्याल से करना चाहिए बोर्ड एग्जाम के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से. All right. Chalo, next now R1. Now again the same thing. P is given, V is given, and I want R. P दिया है, V दिया है, R चाहिए, and I know there are 3 formulae for power. अभी ये तीन में से मैं कौन सा यूज करूं? Should I use I square R? Should I use VI? Or should I use V square by R? Yes. Now, some people will say, sir, you can use I square R. Some will say, sir, you can use V square by R. मैं दोनों use कर सकता हूँ because अभी मेरे पास I1, I2 का भी values है, so I can use this formula. और मेरे पास V का value तो है ही, तो I can use this formula also. And I'll tell you something, आप लोग है ना V is equal to IR भी use कर सकते हो. Because if you want R, you need to have V and I. दोनों है, V है और I ढूंढ लिया. So you can use any of the formula. यहाँ पे मैंने ये वाला formula use किया है, V square by R. But I don't want P1, I want R1. तो R1 ऊपर चला जाएगा, P1 नीचे आ जाएगा, तो मुझे मिलेगा V square by P1. V square, V is 220, तो V square will be 220 square upon P1 is 1100, which means 220 by 220 upon 1100. सब zeros कट हो जाएंगे. 11 ones are 11 twos are 22, and 2 into 22 will give me 44. चलो R2 ढूंढ के मेरे को बताओ कितना आता है. जल्दी, come on, find R2. Come on guys, be quick. Find R2. No, Mayank. Yes, Hitesh, very good. Yes, Shivam. Yes, Pirzan. Yes, Vibha. ओके, लेट्स सी कितना आता है। V square means 220 square, P2 is 330, 220 square is again 220 into 220 upon 330. Now I'll cancel 1 1 0. Now 11 2s are 22, 11 3s are 33. न्यूमरेटर में मेरे पास है 220 into 2, 220 into 2 is 440 upon 3. When you divide 440 by 3, you will get the answer as 146.6666 rectangle. तो आप लोग 146.66 भी लिख सकते हो, 146.67 भी लिख सकते हो, both the answers are correct. So the respective current, respective resistance is what we wanted to find, and we have found all the four things: I1, I2, R1, R2. चलो ये स्लाइड का स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो। Yes, Samara. Power of high temperature is given. I'll call that as P1. Power of lower temperature is given. I'll call that power as P2. I want V. I mean, I've been given the value of V in the question, 220 volt. I want current at both the temperatures. Higher temperature ka current, I1. Lower temperature ka current, I2. And I want the resistance in both the cases. So higher temperature ka resistance R1, lower temperature ka resistance R2. Now first we focus on I. For that, P is given, V is given, I want I. So simple, P is equal to VI. वैसे I2 भी मिलेगा. And for R, again direct formula, P is given, V is given, I want R. So P is equal to V square by R. That's the formula. Both the formulae were direct formulas. आई एम सो सॉरी बच्चों, अगर आप लोग ये बोलोगे घड़ी घड़ी के सर पीछे वाला सम बताओ, पीछे वाला सम बताओ, तो मैं नहीं बताऊंगा, बिकॉज मेरे पास और भी बहुत सारे इंपॉर्टेंट सम्स हैं आगे करने के लिए. इफ यू मिस समथिंग, आई वुड सजेस्ट आप सेंटर हेड से बात करके रिकॉर्डिंग मंगवा लो. मैंने रिकॉर्डिंग ऑन रखा है. इट विल बी फॉर एवरीवन्स बेनिफिट इफ वी कंटिन्यू मूविंग फॉरवर्ड रादर देन बैकवर्ड्स. बेटा 14.66 नहीं है, 146.6666 है. All right, chalo next sum. Now this is a very simple sum again. A cell is connected to a 9 ohm resistance, because of which heat of 400 joule is produced per second due to current flowing through it. Obtain the potential difference applied across the resistance. Again, as we always do, we will understand the question by writing the given. A cell is connected to a 9 ohm resistance. Resistance is given, so R is given to me 9 ohms, because of which heat of 400 joule. So heat is given, 400 joule is produced per second. जरा चैट बॉक्स में लिख के भेजो ना, per second मतलब how many seconds? What do you mean by per second? How many seconds? Somebody is writing 60 seconds. Per second matlab 60 seconds. Fantastic. The answer is 1 second. Per second का मतलब होता है 1 second. Obtain the potential difference. Obtain the potential difference. मतलब I am supposed to find V. अच्छा, सबसे पहले तो I want you all to look at given and answer me. Is the sum now related to power or is it related to heat? What is it related to? Heat or power? Very good. Now we are talking about the 3 formulae for heat. तो अभी तुम लोग देखना given में क्या क्या दिया है, तुम लोग देखना to find में क्या क्या ढूंढना है, and accordingly I want you all to tell me कौन सा formula यूज होगा यहाँ पे. जल्दी. Some people are saying I square RT. I दिया भी नहीं है, ढूंढना भी नहीं है, तो क्यों? Yes, very good. I will use formula number 3. H is equal to V square T by R. H is given 400. So for H, I will substitute 400. V हम लोग को ढूंढना है, तो V square will remain V square. T is 1 second. 2 into 1 second. Upon R is 9 ohms. So R is 9 ohms. Now simply cross multiply 400 into 9. 400 into 9 is 3600. And right hand side पे है V square into 1, which is V square. So if V square is 3600, V will be square root of 3600 and square root of 3600 will be 60. I hope again you found this sum very, very easy. Take the screenshot. Honestly, beta, I don't think this sum deserves one more round of explanation. It's a straightforward sum. Harsh, congratulations to you if this sum is omitted. Others will study. Do you think board is mad enough to omit these easy sums? All right, chalo next sum. जितना एनर्जी तुम लोग ये ढूंढने में लगा रहे हो ना कि कौन सा सम ओमिट है कौन सा नहीं है, उससे अच्छा कर लो, ज्यादा दिमाग नहीं चलाना पड़ेगा. The mind that you have, you'll be able to at least solve this sum. Chalo next. Now we are talking about some sums related to our formula number 4. Electrical energy consumed is power into time. Remember, electrical energy consumed should be in kilowatt hour. So uske liye power should be in kilowatt and time should be in hours. So who will spend more electrical energy? 500 watt TV set in 30 minutes or 600 watt heater in 20 minutes. तो बेटो सम में ना दो चीजें हैं. वन इज अ टीवी सेट, वन इज हीटर. टीवी सेट का पावर दिया है 500 वॉट एंड इट इज यूज्ड फॉर 30 मिनट्स. हीटर का पावर दिया है 600 वॉट्स एंड इट इज यूज्ड फॉर 20 मिनट्स. वी आर सपोज्ड टू फाइंड हु विल स्पेंड more electrical energy. So let's see how do we solve this sum. Power for TV set is given to me as 500 watt, but I told you in these sums where we are finding electrical energy consumed, we should get the answer in kilowatt hours. तो उसके लिए पावर किस में होना चाहिए? It should be in kilowatt. Tell me watt से kilowatt में अगर convert करना है तो I should divide by which number? If I want to convert watt to kilowatt, so I'll divide by, yes, the word kilo. Kilo itself means 1000. So I'll divide by 1000. So I will get 500 by 1000 kilowatt, which is nothing but 0.5 kilowatt. Time bhi diya hai. Dekho, TV set is used for 30 minutes. So time for the TV set is given to me as 30 minutes. But as I told you, if I want the answer in kilowatt hours, then time should be in hours. Minutes को hours में convert करने के लिए किससे divide करूं? Chalo, let me see how many people are smart enough to answer this. How do you convert minutes to seconds? Divide by. Very good. I'm pleasantly surprised that everyone has given me the correct answer. I had assumed people will write 100, 1000. Nice. I will divide by 60. So I will get 30 by 60 hours, which is nothing but 1/2. That is half an hour. तो या तो 1/2 लिख सकते हो या तो 0.5 लिख सकते हो. Will make no difference. Similarly, power of heater is also given 600 watt. अब इसको भी मुझे किलोवाट में कन्वर्ट करना है तो I'll divide by 1000. 6/10, 0.6. हीटर का भी टाइम दिया है 20 minutes. So time for heater 20 minutes. Again, I'll convert it into hours. 20 by 60, which is nothing but 1/3 hours. And I'm supposed to find who will spend more electrical energy. हाँ बच्चों, तुम लोग P1, T1, P2, T2 भी लिख सकते हो, doesn't matter. अभी यहाँ पे समझाने के लिए मैंने ये टीवी और हीटर लिखा है. In fact, if you write P1, P2, T1, T2 तो ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा. You will not get confused. चलो, let's see solution. पहले we'll talk about TV. Electrical energy consumed का formula we've learned, power into time. So electrical energy consumed by TV will be power of TV into time of TV. Power of TV given में देखो कितना है? It is 0.5. So I'll write 0.5. Time of TV given में देखो कितना है? It is half an hour. So I'll write 1/2. And when you divide 0.5 by 2, you will get the answer as 0.25 किलोवाट आवर. ठीक है. अब हम लोग हीटर का देखते हैं. तो उसके लिए मैं टीवी का जो पावर का वैल्यू है वो कहीं पे तो फिट कर देता हूं. ऑलराइट. नाउ इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी कंज्यूम बाय हीटर Power into time. So power of heater into time of heater. Power of heater is 0.6. So I'll write 0.6. Time of heater is 1 by 3. So I'll write 1 by 3. 0.6 divided by 3. 0.2. Now I want you all to compare. Compare the electrical energy consumed by the TV. It is 0.25 kilowatt hours. Electrical energy consumed by heater, it is 0.2 kilowatt hours. So abhi mujhe batao, who is spending more electrical energy? Is it TV or is it the heater? TV. So answer hoga, thus TV will consume more electrical energy. I hope you all are finding these sums very, very easy. Yes, Mayank, we can. Okay. Should we move on? Next sum. All right now. An electric tungsten bulb connected into a home circuit. The home electric supply runs at 220 volt potential difference. When switched on, a current of 0.45 ampere flows through the bulb. What must be the power of the bulb if it is kept on for 10 hours? How many units of electricity will be consumed? Again, let's go one by one. Do not worry. Although the question seems long, but trust me, it is very easy to solve. सबसे पहला वैल्यू क्वेश्चन में देखो क्या दिया है. The home electric supply runs at 220 volt potential difference. चलो जरा चैट बॉक्स में लिख के बताओ मैं गिवन में क्या लिखूं. पूरा लिखना. गिवन में ये 220 वोल्ट पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस के लिए मैं क्या लिखूंगा. Nice, very good, superb. So V is equal to 220 volt. उसके बाद ये वैल्यू दिया है. बताओ जरा गिवन में ये वैल्यू के लिए क्या लिखना है. Current का symbol is not C. People are writing C. No, wrong. Current का symbol is I. क्या लिखोगे बच्चों. I is equal to 0.45 एम्पियर. अच्छा और एक वैल्यू दिया है. बताओ जरा गिवन में क्या लिखूं. Should I write capital T? Saurabh, should I write capital T? Shrey, should I write capital T? Yes, very good. I will write small t. Time का symbol is always small t, not capital T. So T is equal to 10 hours. अच्छा मुझे time hours में चाहिए कि minutes, seconds कुछ चाहिए. Should I keep it in hours or should I convert it into minutes, seconds, anything? Okay, good. I will keep it in hours. What are we supposed to find? सबसे पहले देखो क्या ढूंढना है और मेरे को बताओ टू फाइंड में सबसे पहले क्या लिखूं. Okay, so first thing is I am supposed to find power. Next देखो क्या ढूंढना है. I am supposed to find units of electricity. So energy consumed या electricity consumed या units of electricity consumed, anything you can write. चलो let's go one by one. Let's focus on P. अब P के लिए देखो V दिया है, I दिया है. I don't think I should be showing you the formula now. जल्दी बताओ कौन सा फॉर्मूला यूज करूं. पावर के 3 फॉर्मूले हैं. I will use which formula? If V is given, I is given, how to find P? Superb. P is equal to VI. V is given 220. I is given 0.45. जरा मल्टीप्लाई करो यार, मेरे को बताओ कितना. Come on. Be careful with the decimal place. Yes. So P is equal to, when you multiply 220 by 0.45, you will get the answer as 99. Aditi, beta check. It should be 99. और यूनिट क्या आएगा? पावर का यूनिट 99 क्या? Yes, nice, very good. So P is equal to 99 watt. बट मेरे को एक बात बताओ ना, उसके बाद मुझे ढूंढना है यूनिट्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कंज्यूम्ड, तो ये वॉट में चलेगा क्या? इफ नो तो क्या करूं? I'll convert it into kilowatt. Very good. So 99 by 1000 kilowatt, and let me keep it as it is. Let me keep it as it is. Electrical energy consumed is power into time. Power is 99 by 1000. Time is 10. So I'll put a 10 here. 1 0 will get cut. बचेगा 99 by 100. 99 by 100 is 0.99 kilowatt hours. Again, जैसे मैंने बोला था, sum is big. I mean, question is big, but the sum is very, very easy. चलो स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो जल्दी. Come on. इसके बाद only one last sum is left, and then we are done with the sums of this chapter. Okay. चलो next sum, last sum. An electric iron of 1100 watt is operated for 2 hours daily. What will be the electrical consumption expenses for the month of April? The electric company charges ₹5 per unit of energy. चलो एक काम करो ना, I want somebody to help me solve this sum. Raise your hand so that I can unmute you and you can answer. Chalo, raise your hands. Let me see who can answer. Only 3. Now there are many. Chalo, let me select. Disha. Disha from Vikhroli branch. Disha, can you hear me, beta?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Good evening,
beta, first
sir.
of all, good evening, beta. First, read the question loudly for everyone.
Yes, sir. An electric iron of 1100 watt is operated for 2 hours daily. What will be the electric consumption expenses for the month of April? The electric company charges ₹5 per unit of energy.
एक बात बताओ, सबसे पहले तो the value given, I'll highlight that value. It is this. I want you to write in the given. What will you write?
Power equals to 1100 watts.
Power is equal to 1100 watt. कुछ करना पड़ेगा यहाँ पे कि ऐसे ही रखूं इसको?
We have to divide it by 1000.
क्यों?
Because power is measured in kilowatt hours and it's in watts, so we have to divide it by 1000.
Because now we are talking about electrical consumption. So again, we will have this answer in kilowatt. So I'll divide by 1000. Disha, how much should be 1100 by 1000?
1.1.
1.1. Very good. 1.1 kilowatt. Next value देखो ये दिया है.
Time equals to 2 hours.
2 hours per day. But am I finding it for 1 day?
No, we are finding out for the month of April.
And any idea April has how many days?
30 days.
So if in 1 day it is used for 2 hours, in 30 days it will be used for?
60 hours.
And you will like to keep it in hours or would you try to convert?
We will keep it in hours.
Okay. और भी कुछ तो दिया है.
The cost for 1 unit.
Cost for 1 unit. So unit cost is given. How much is it?
₹5.
₹5. We are supposed to find the electrical consumption expenses. मतलब basically bill कितना आएगा अप्रैल में electric iron से. तो bill will depend upon कितना energy हम लोग use कर रहे हैं. So Disha, help me to find the electrical consumption. You have the formula in front of you, right?
Yes, sir.
तो अभी you just have to substitute.
1.1 into 60.
All right. 1.1 into 60 or 11 by 10 into 60. What do you get?
Yes. 66.
66 क्या?
66 kilowatt.
No. बेटा किलोवाट तो यूनिट पावर का है, यहाँ पे होगा 66 किलोवाट आवर.
Yes.
चलो, you have used 66 kilowatt hours of electricity. एक यूनिट यूज करने का 5 रुपीज है, तो बेटा 66 यूनिट यूज करने का कितना?
66 into 5, that is 330 rupees.
Very good, Disha. Super. You can mute yourself.
Thank you, sir.
I hope people have understood the sum. Somebody was asking, there is one more sum, solved example 1, which is not taken because I did not take, because it is of the same type. Power का ही है वो भी. और पावर के हमने बहुत सारे सम्स डिस्कस कर लिए, इसके लिए मैंने वो जानबूझ के यहाँ पे नहीं लिया. All right, so here we go with sums of effects of electric current. अभी मेरे को चैट बॉक्स में लिख के बताओ समझा है या कुछ डाउट है. अगर समझा है तो सिर्फ लिखो डन. जल्दी, कम ऑन. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. If done, then we can start with the next chapter. And अभी तुम लोग का ज्यादा मुझे attention चाहिए because next 2 lessons का sums are थोड़ा सा difficult. All right. ठीक है, चलो, let's see. Yes, Neha, please write your doubt if you have. Quick. Come on, Sneha, I'm waiting, otherwise I'll move on. Beta, I don't have the textbook right now, so you can type your doubt. और अगर थोड़ा बड़ा डाउट है तो एक काम करो, डाउट सीधा गुलाम सर को भेज दो, गुलाम सर मुझे भेज देंगे एंड आई विल कॉल यू एंड सॉल्व योर डाउट. क्या है डाउट्स ने आप पूछो. यूनिट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक पावर आई डिड नॉट अंडरस्टैंड. इलेक्ट्रिक पावर का यूनिट इज वॉट, लेकिन जब हम लोग इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कंज्यूम का बात करते हैं तो उसको किलोवाट में लेते हैं. सिंपल. Do one thing, Sneha. You can contact Neha ma'am और गुलाम सर. Get my number and you can give me a call anytime you want. तो तुम्हारा डाउट मैं तभी सॉल्व कर दूंगा. ठीक है. Let us now focus on sums of gravitation. And here you go with the list of formulae. For gravitation, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 formulae. The first formula is of gravitational force of Newton. I mean, Newton's law of gravitation. F is equal to G m1 m2 upon d square. The second formula is of acceleration due to gravity, that is small g. G is equal to gm upon r square. The third formula is the first kinematical equation. V is equal to u plus gt. The fourth formula is second kinematical equation. S is equal to ut plus half gt square. And the next formula is v square is equal to u square plus 2gs. The last formula is w is equal to mg. जरा लिख के भेजो w मतलब क्या? What is w? Come on. Leher from Mulund says work. Beta wrong. You're still in your 9th standard mode, Leher. W does not mean work. What is W? Come on. Yes, W is weight. बट जितना इंपॉर्टेंट ये फॉर्मूला है ना याद रखना, उससे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है ये रूल्स याद रखना. एंड आई होप यू ऑल रिमेंबर दीज रूल्स. When we talk about object falling down, when the object falls down, its initial velocity is 0 and the acceleration due to gravity is positive. Why is it positive? Because it is doing work in the direction of gravity, and that's why acceleration due to gravity is positive. On the other hand, when the object goes up, its final velocity, that is v, is 0 and the acceleration due to gravity is negative. Why is it negative? Because when the object goes up, work is done against the gravity. And whenever they give you the value of height, जब भी वो लोग height का value देंगे, you will take that value as displacement. चलो स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो जरा लिस्ट ऑफ फॉर्मूला का फटाफट. Done. Chalo, let's start first with the numericals based on these three formulae. V is equal to U plus GT, S is equal to UT plus half GT square, and V square is equal to U square plus 2GS. Yash is asking why initial velocity is 0. बेटा assume कर तूने एक height पे एक object को पकड़ा है और बाद में ना तूने वो ऑब्जेक्ट को छोड़ दिया तो ऑब्जेक्ट विल फॉल डाउन, बराबर. बट मेरे को एक बात बता, जब तक तू छोड़ेगा नहीं तब तक विल द ऑब्जेक्ट मूव? नो. मतलब एट द इनिशियल पॉइंट व्हेन द बॉल इज इन योर हैंड इट इज एट रेस्ट एंड दैट्स व्हाई इनिशियल वेलोसिटी इज 0. ठीक है? यस यश, जस्ट राइट अ यस सो आई नो तो तेरे को समझ गया है. ओके ठीक है चलो. सो आई वाज सेइंग फर्स्ट वी विल स्टार्ट विद दीज थ्री फॉर्मूला वाला सम्स. लेकिन इसमें से भी है ना, हम लोग सम से स्टार्ट नहीं करेंगे, हम लोग एक प्रूफ बेस्ड क्वेश्चन से स्टार्ट करेंगे जो अपने एक्सरसाइज में है. इट इज दिस: अ स्टोन थ्रोन वर्टिकली अपवर्ड्स with initial velocity u reaches a height h before coming down. Show that the time taken to go up is same as the time taken to come down. मतलब बेसिकली हमको ये प्रूव करना है कि जितना टाइम ऑब्जेक्ट को ऊपर जाने के लिए लगता है उतना ही टाइम ऑब्जेक्ट को नीचे आने के लिए लगेगा. एंड आई होप you all remember this sum that I had taught. I mean this proof based question that I had taught. Let me assume that the time taken by the stone to go up is t1. Okay? Obviously the time taken to come down will be t2 और हम लोग को ये prove करना है कि t1 is equal to t2. But for now we are only talking about stone going up. Remember, stone is going up. So if I apply the first kinematical equation here, the formula is v is equal to u plus at. अब यहाँ पे v 0 होगा कि u 0 होगा? जल्दी लिख के मुझे चैट बॉक्स में बताओ. Stone is going up, so what will be 0, v or u? So I'm getting mixed answers. Some people are saying v, some people are saying u. The correct answer is v. v is 0. अच्छा, what about acceleration? माइनस होगा कि प्लस होगा? Remember, stone is going up. So acceleration due to gravity should be minus or plus? Yes, it should be minus. So acceleration is going to be minus g. And जो t है ना, t फॉर्मूला में t तो मैंने assume किया है t1 होगा. So t will be t1. Sanchali from Vikroli, please don't on your video यार. ठीक है. Now when I put these values here, तो मुझे क्या मिलेगा? v के बदले मैंने 0 डाला is equal to u plus a के बदले मैंने डाल दिया minus g into t. We all know plus into minus is minus. So u minus g t1. I want to prove t1 and t2 are equal. तो मैं एक काम करता हूँ, पहले t1 का तो वैल्यू ढूंढता हूँ. और t1 का वैल्यू ढूंढने के लिए I'll have to shift this entire gt1 on the left hand side. So minus sign here, when it goes there, it becomes plus. So gt1 is equal to u and t1 will be u upon g. Equation number 1. t1 का वैल्यू मिल गया. तो अभी मेरा काम है ये प्रूव करना that t2 will also be equal to u upon g. ठीक है, तभी मैं बोल पाऊंगा t1 and t2 are equal. So now let me assume that the time taken by the stone to come down is t2. Now let me use the second kinematical equation of motion. S is equal to ut plus half at square. Now quickly answer me. Stone is coming down. If stone is coming down, what will be zero, u or v? Come on, quick. If stone comes down, what will be zero, u or v? Yes, for any object coming down, u is zero. What about the value of acceleration? Will it be plus g or will it be minus g? Acceleration will be plus or minus? Yes, it will be plus. People who are writing minus can see. यहाँ पे minus ले लिया था because the stone was going up. अभी stone नीचे आ रहा है तो it will be plus g. And time is t2. ये तो हमने already assume किया है. So now when I put these three values in the formula, I will get s is equal to. Now check u into t. U तो zero है, तो 0 into t will be 0. I hope you all know 0 into anything is 0. तो ये वाला term लिखने का ही नहीं, डायरेक्टली लिखने का हाफ इंटू ए का वैल्यू है g और t का वैल्यू है t2. सो t स्क्वायर विल बिकम t2 स्क्वायर. सो s इज इक्वल टू हाफ g t2 स्क्वायर अपॉन 2. अच्छा, कम ऑन, आई वांट यू ऑल टू लुक एट दिस 1. 1 into anything is that same thing. So 1 into g t2 square will be g t2 square. g t2 square upon 2. ठीक है, तो यहां से एक मिनट. पीपल आर सेइंग सर कैन यू प्लीज एक्सप्लेन अगेन. तो मैं आगे बढ़ने से पहले ना पहले एक बार फटाफट ये एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूं. We are supposed to prove that the time taken to go up is same as the time taken to come down. So let me assume the time taken to go up is t1. Now here we are talking about stone going up. So if I use the first kinematical equation of motion, तो if the stone goes up, final velocity is 0. ये मैंने रूल में ही बता दिया है. If the stone goes up, acceleration will be minus, so a will be minus g. And time तो मैंने यहाँ पे assume किया है t1, so t is t1. So when I substitute all these three values here in the formula, I will get 0 is equal to u plus minus g into t1. Plus into minus is minus. Minus gt1 goes there, it becomes plus gt1. And from here, I'll get the value of t1. Once I get the value of t1, now I'll talk about the stone coming down. If the stone is coming down, let me assume the time taken is t2. अब यहाँ पे मैंने second kinematical equation use किया है. You can use the third one also. तुम लोग को वही आंसर मिलने वाला है. But for now मैंने second किया है because second is more easy. S is equal to ut plus half at square. Now because the stone comes down, initial velocity is 0 as per our rules. Because the stone is coming down, acceleration is positive again according to our rules. So a is plus g. And time तो मैंने assume किया है t2. So t is equal to t2. So when I put the values, s is equal to u into t. u तो 0 है, तो 0 into anything is going to be 0. तो ये वाला पूरा term छोड़ दो. Directly half a का value है g and t का value है t2. So half g t2 square. So s is equal to g t2 square upon 2. Let me call this equation as equation number 2. Now there is one formula which is somewhere hidden in our textbook. ये फॉर्मूला के बेसिस पे कहीं पे कोई सम नहीं है, बट ये फॉर्मूला हमको सिर्फ ऐसे ही ध्यान रखना है. एंड द फॉर्मूला इज फॉर फाइंडिंग मैक्सिमम हाइट. द फॉर्मूला फॉर फाइंडिंग मैक्सिमम हाइट इज s is equal to u square upon 2g. s is equal to u square upon 2g. ये फॉर्मूला के बेसिस पे कहीं पे कुछ भी सम नहीं है. ये फॉर्मूला अपने टेक्स्ट बुक में कहीं पे तो हिडन है. देयर इज ओनली वन प्लेस वेयर दिस फॉर्मूला इज यूज्ड एंड इट इज दिस प्रूफ बेस्ड क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, सो s इज इक्वल टू u स्क्वायर अपॉन 2g. ऑल राइट, So equation number 3. Now I want you all to look at 2. I want you all to look at 3. दोनों का लेफ्ट हैंड साइड्स आर इक्वल, ऑब्वियसली दोनों का राइट हैंड साइड भी इक्वल होगा. तो फ्रॉम 2 and 3 we get right hand side of the second equation equal to right hand side of the third equation. So g t2 square upon 2 is equal to u square upon 2g. चलो कम ऑन, अभी ये वाली इक्वेशन में आई वॉन्ट यू ऑल टू कैंसिल समथिंग. ये सब हम लोग वो भी यूज कर सकते हैं फॉर्मूला, बट जैसे मैंने बोला द इजीएस्ट मेथड इज द मेथड दैट आई एम टीचिंग. यू कैन ट्राई विद द अदर फॉर्मूला आल्सो. Now this is where people go wrong, and many of y'all are going wrong right now. You will cancel 2 and 2, but you cannot cancel g and g. g यहाँ पे न्यूमरेटर में है और इक्वल टू के वो साइड डिनोमिनेटर में है, इसके लिए हम लोग कैंसिल नहीं कर सकते. इनफैक्ट अगर ये g को मैं यहाँ पे लेके जाऊं ना, तो क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई देखो क्या होगा, g इंटू जी हो जाएगा, मतलब इट विल बिकम g स्क्वायर. ठीक है, so you cannot cancel g and g. हाँ, what you can cancel here is 2 and 2. So many people make mistakes here, so be alert. चलो अभी ये भी स्क्वायर है, ये भी स्क्वायर है, ये भी स्क्वायर है. I'll obviously take square roots, तो मुझे मिलेगा t2 is equal to u upon g, equation 4. मेरे ख्याल से ना आगे का स्टेप you should tell me. जल्दी बताओ आगे क्या लिखूं मैं. Yes, Devang, very good. Yes, Vedant, excellent. Yes, super. So आगे के स्टेप के लिए ना, look at equation 1, look at equation 4, दोनों का right hand sides are equal. That's why दोनों का left hand sides will be equal. And this is what we want to prove. चलो स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो जल्दी. तो बच्चों ये वाले प्रूफ बेस्ड क्वेश्चन में ना सिर्फ ये याद रखना कि पहले we will use formula number 1, I mean the first kinematical equation, then we will use the second kinematical equation, and then we will use this formula for maximum height, जो और कहीं पे यूज नहीं होता है, सिर्फ यहाँ पे यूज होगा. ठीक है, चलो नेक्स्ट सम. Now let's start with numericals. An object takes 5 seconds to reach the ground from a height of 5 meters on a planet. What is the value of g on the planet? चलो अभी ये सम I don't think मैं पढ़ाऊं, कोई पढ़ाएगा. So I want you all to come on, start raising your hands. Raise your hands if you want to answer. Come on guys, raise your hands. I'll unmute you all. Okay. Srishti
Yes,
from Takshila
sir.
branch. Better read the question loudly.
An object takes 5 seconds to reach the ground from a height of 5 meters on a planet. What is the value of g on the planet?
सबसे पहले look at the first value, 5 seconds. मैं given में क्या लिखूं?
t is equals to 5 seconds.
Nice. Next value देखो, 5 meters.
S is equals to 5 meter.
Superb. See, height दिया है and rule में तुम लोग को दिख रहा है right hand side पे, height is to be taken as the value of displacement. So S is 5 meters. अच्छा, there is one value, सृष्टि, which is hidden. Object नीचे आ रहा है कि ऊपर जा रहा है?
नीचे आ रहा है.
Object is reaching the ground from a height. So नीचे आ रहा है. नीचे आ रहा है तो क्या zero होगा, U और B?
U is equals to 0.
Very good. So U is equal to 0 meter per second. Tell me, what do I write in to find?
G.
Now you can see, Srushti, what is given to us. What are we finding? On the right hand side, you can see all the formulae and tell me which formula should I use.
S is equals to ut plus half gt square.
Very good. See, V is equal to U plus AT. नहीं use कर सकता हूँ because V दिया भी नहीं है, ढूंढना भी नहीं है. Same is the case with V square equal to U square plus 2GS. What is the only formula that I can use is this. S is equal to UT plus half GT square. Come on, Srishti, I want you all to substitute.
5 is equals to 0 into t will become 0. So half into g into 5 square. Sorry,
good.
sir. 5 square.
So S is 5, U is 0, T is 5, half is half, obviously. G वही हमको चाहिए, and t is 5, so t square becomes 5 square. Yes, Srishti, go on.
Therefore, 5 is equals to half 25g upon 2.
5 is equal to 0 plus half into g into 25. Srishti, tell me how much is 1 into g into 25?
Yes, sir. Oh, 25g.
1 into g is g and g into 25, as you correctly told me, it is 25g. So 5 is equal to 25g upon 2. बेटा अभी g चाहिए तो मेरे को 25 और 2 को वहां पे शिफ्ट करना पड़ेगा, करेक्ट?
Yes, sir.
What we get?
G is equals to 5 into 2 upon 25. 5
Cancellations.
5 ones are and 5 fives are 25.
Okay, so what is left is 2 upon 5. How much is 2 upon 5 in decimals?
Sir, just a minute. 0.4.
Is it 0.4 or is it 2.5?
Sir, 0.4.
Correct. Remember, यहाँ पे भी बहुत लोग उल्टा डिवाइड करेंगे. 5 by 2 is going to be 2.5. 2 by 5 is going to be 0.4 and the SI unit is meter per second square. So the final answer बताओ. Look at the question and tell me what should I write in the final statement.
Therefore, the value of G on the planet is 0.4 meter per second square.
Very good. So I don't want you all to take the screenshot of this sum because ये sum हम लोगों ने solve किया है in the lectures. Yes, Rushti, you can mute yourself. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Next sum. A ball falls off a table and reaches the ground in 1 second. Assuming that g is equal to 10 meter per second square, calculate its speed on reaching the ground and height of the table. Anybody who would like to help? Yes, Rishita. Come on, Rishita, you just have 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so coming back to the sum, anybody who would like to answer? Okay, Krishika from Mulund. Yes, Krishika.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Read the question.
A ball falls off a table and reaches the ground in 1 second. Assuming g is equal to 10 meter per second square, calculate its speed on reaching the ground and the height of the table.
Yeah, if Krishika is unmuted, that does not mean only Krishika will answer. I want you all to also start answering in the chat box. ठीक है? फटाफट. Krishika, look at the first value. It is 1 second. बताओ मुझे given में क्या लिखूं?
T
Others
is
also
equal to
write in the
1
chat
second.
box. T is equal to 1 second. Next.
G is equal to 10 meter per second square
Do you take plus 10 or minus 10?
plus 10
Why?
because it is going towards the ground.
Okay. If it is going towards the ground, so there is one value which is not given, but we know that value.
U is equal to 0 meter per second.
Awesome. U is equal to 0 meter per second. What do I write in to find?
V and S.
E. Calculate its velocity on reaching the ground. Ground पे पहुंचने के बाद उसका velocity कितना होगा? That means we are supposed to find the final velocity. And second thing is height. Height is nothing but displacement. Yes, Krishika, one by one. पहले V. What formula will you use? U दिया है, G दिया है और T दिया है. Others also answer me in the chat box.
V is equal to U plus GT.
Okay, V is equal to U plus GT. Very good. People are answering. Excellent. Yes, Krishika, come on.
U is 0 and G is 10 and second time is T 1.
Easy. चलो अभी S. कृषिका S के लिए कौन सा फॉर्मूला यूज करोगे?
S is equal to UT plus half GT square.
Mind you, I can also use the third formula. V square equal to U square plus 2GS because अभी मेरे पास V का भी वैल्यू आ गया है. तो I can use, but ठीक है चलो let's for now use formula number 2. Yes, Krishika.
U is 0, time is 1 plus half, G is 10 and time is again 1.
What next?
0 plus 10 upon 2. When we cancel it is 5 upon 1 and s is equals to 5 meter.
मीटर के सेंटीमीटर, किसी ने मुझे चैट बॉक्स में सेंटीमीटर लिखा, तो कृषिका तुम बताओ, इज इट मीटर और सेंटीमीटर?
Meter.
Meter. Very good. So Krishika, tell me the final statement. Look at the question.
The velocity of the ball on reaching the ground is 10 meter per second. The height of the table is 5 meters.
Very good, Krishika. You can mute yourself now.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Chalo, next sum. An object thrown vertically upwards reaches a height of 500 meters. What was its initial velocity? How long will the object take to come back to the earth? Assume g is equal to 10 meter per second square. Now this is a sum of a similar type, so I'll go little fast here. सबसे first value is given height, so I will write s is equal to 500 meter. Next value सबसे end में दिया है, देखो g 10 meter per second square. But should I write plus 10 or minus 10? Come on, answer me in the chat box. Should I write plus 10 or minus 10? थोड़ा जल्दी जल्दी आंसर करो. हाँ, nice, very good, very good, very good, very good, very good. Because object is going up, right hand side पे देखो rule दिख रहा है तुम लोग को. Calista, object is going up, so how come plus? It should be minus. So g is equal to minus 10 meter per second square, right? Now because the object is going up, तो क्या zero लूं मैं? u0 लूं या v0 लूं? v. So v is equal to 0 meter per second. I'm supposed to find first what was its initial velocity, so u, and second, how long will the object take to come back to the earth? How long? Matlab I'm supposed to find time taken by the object to come back to the earth. Remember, मैंने यहाँ पे जानबूझ के सिर्फ स्मॉल टी नहीं लिखा है. अब ये क्यों स्मॉल टी सिर्फ नहीं लिखा ये मैं बाद में बताता हूँ. पहले हम लोग है ना u ढूंढ लेते हैं. अब u ढूंढने के लिए देखो v दिया है, g दिया है, s दिया है. Come on, tell me which formula should I use? V is given, G is given, S is given. How do you find U? Come on, fast. Yes, the third kinematical equation. V square is equal to U square plus 2GS. Now here V is 0 is equal to U square. U is what I want. Plus 2 into G is minus 10. S is 500. Now it's very simple. 2 into minus 10 is minus 20. Minus 20 into 500 is minus 10,000. So U square minus 10,000, which means U square will be 10,000, which means U will be square root of 10,000, which is nothing but 100. So U is equal to 100 meter per second. Now, coming to this, time taken to come back to the earth. याद रखना, अर्थ पे वापस आने के लिए टोटल टाइम कितना लगा वो अपने को ढूंढना है. इसका मतलब इट विल आल्सो हैव टाइम टेकन टू गो अप and it will also include time taken to come down. So if I somehow manage to find the time taken to go up, तो उतना ही होगा time taken to come down. ये तो हमने already prove कर लिया. And then if I add both the times, I will get the time taken to come back to the earth. So please remember, my dear students, when I say time taken to come back to the earth, it means time taken to go up plus time taken to come down. So let me talk about time taken to go up and let me find rather time taken to go up. अब अगर टाइम ढूंढना है तो देखो मेरे पास क्या क्या वैल्यू है. मेरे पास v है, g है, s है और u है. तो इट्स अ वेरी सिंपल फॉर्मूला. v इज इक्वल टू u प्लस gt. इससे हम लोग को आराम से t मिल जाएगा. मैं सेकेंड वाला भी यूज कर सकता हूँ, s इज इक्वल टू ut प्लस हाफ gt स्क्वायर भी कर सकता हूँ, बट मेरे ख्याल से ऑब्वियसली दिस इज इजियर. सो v इज इक्वल टू u प्लस gt. v इज 0, u हमने ढूंढ लिया, देखो नीचे बॉक्स में है 100, g is minus 10 and t. Now we all know plus into minus is minus, so 100 minus 10t. 10t goes to the left hand side, that minus sign will become plus, so t will be 100 upon 10, which is nothing but 10 seconds. This is the time required by the object to go up. That means the time to come back to the earth will be 10 plus 10, which is nothing but 20 seconds. And that's your answer. Come on, take the screenshot fast. Mayank, after we finish gravitation, we will do space mission. It will not take much long because space mission has only 3 sums. Jaldi jaldi ho jayega. Okay. Chalo, now one proof-based question which is related to Kepler's law. Let the period of revolution of a planet at a distance r from a star be t. Prove that if it was at a distance of 2r from the star, its period of revolution will be square root of 8t. Gaurav from Vikroli, beta, you'll have to talk to Dhruv sir about it. Okay. Now we are talking about a star. We are talking about rather a planet which is at a distance r from the star. And its planet and its rather time is t. We'll start this once again. We are talking about a planet which is at a distance of r from a star and उसका period of revolution is t. तो हमको ये प्रूव करना है कि अगर उसका डिस्टेंस r ना हो के 2r हो तो उसका period of revolution will be square root of 8t. This is what we need to prove. Now, obviously we know Kepler's third law. The square of the period of revolution of a planet around a star is directly proportional to the cube of the mean distance of the planet from the star. Which means mathematically t square upon r cube is equal to k, matlab constant. So if I apply this formula for case 1, now in case 1, look at the question. Distance is given to me as capital R. So mean distance is capital R and uska period of revolution is given to me as capital T. So period of revolution is T. तो जब मैं ये दोनों वैल्यूज यहाँ पे डालूंगा तो कैपिटल टी के बदले तो कैपिटल टी आएगा बट स्मॉल आर के बदले क्या आएगा कैपिटल आर. So I will get t square upon r cube is equal to k, equation number 1. Similarly, I'll apply this Kepler's law का formula on the second case. Now second case में mean distance is given to me as 2r. Check. And we have to prove that period of revolution is this much. अभी ये prove करना है तो ये हम लोग ले नहीं सकते. तो अभी के लिए हम लोग ले लेते हैं कि period of revolution is t1. ठीक है? तो यहाँ पे t के बदले आएगा t1, small r के बदले आएगा 2r. तो मुझे मिलेगा t1 square upon 2r the whole cube is equal to k, which means t1 square upon 8r cube is equal to k. Equation number 2. Look at equation 1, look at equation 2. RH is equal, so LH is also equal. So from 1 and 2 we get t square upon r cube is equal to t1 square upon 8r cube. चलो अभी कुछ तो कैंसिल होगा, फटाफट बताओ क्या कैंसिल होगा. Come on, fast. What will get cut? R cube. Very good. So R cube and R cube will get cut. What is left is t square is equal to t1 square upon 8. You cross multiply, you will get t1 square is equal to 8t square. You take square roots and you get what we want. Hence proved. Okay? बहुत simple है ये. And trust me, this is a very, very important question from exams point of view. It can come for 3 marks. All right, chalo, next sum. Now, next few sums are going to be formula based sums. Okay? अभी ये जो sums मैं कराऊंगा वो formula based, comparison based sums है. Yes, Yash, वो inverse square law वाला derivation is reduced, मतलब omitted, and value of g भी नहीं आएगा. So don't worry about that. इसके लिए मैं वो ये पढ़ा नहीं रहा हूँ. Okay. Now the next two sums are going to be comparison based sums. मतलब we will compare one planet and the other planet, या sometimes we'll compare Earth and Moon, या Earth and Sun, जो भी. The radius of planet A is half the radius of planet B. If the mass of A is ma, what must be the mass of B? So that the value of G on B is half that of its value on A. Now let's go one by one. Let's look at only the first line. अब ये ना मुझे तुम लोग थोड़ा ज्यादा attention चाहिए because space mission का sums भी यही type का है. तो ये समझेगा ना तो space missions बहुत easy जाएगा. Radius of planet A, suppose I call it as RA, is half. So is equal to half. The radius of planet B is RB. So RA is equal to half of RB. See, whenever there are comparison based sums, जैसे मैंने बोला यहाँ पे there is a comparison between planet A and planet B. What we do is we always write this given in the form of a ratio. when I say ratio, that means RB को यहाँ पे लेके आऊंगा तो multiplication will become division. तो मुझे ratio मिलेगा. RA upon RB ratio का value मिला 1/2. Similarly, value of G on B. Look at this line now. Value of G on B, मतलब GB is equal to half, मतलब 1/2 of its value on A, मतलब G on A. Again, as I told you, we need to find ratios. So shift GA here. I'll get GB upon GA is equal to half. What do we want? We want to find what must be the mass of B. So I'm supposed to find MB. I hope तुम लोग को given समझ में आया है. Now, solution. See, the sum is related to acceleration due to gravity, and acceleration due to gravity का एक formula हमने पढ़ा है, G is equal to gm upon r square. Now, what I will do is, I will write this same formula first for planet A, and then for planet B. So first, I'll write the formula for planet A. For planet A, ये जो G है ना, G, वो कितना है? GA. Capital G will remain capital G because it is a universal constant. M for planet A is MA and R for planet A is RA. So R square will become RA square, equation number 1. Similarly for planet B, G, check out this formula, G, I'll write GB, is equal to GM, matlab GMB upon R square, matlab RB square, equation number 2. बच्चों ये मेथड फॉलो करना, ये फॉलो हम लोग को स्पेस मिशन में भी करना है. सबसे पहले मैंने क्या किया, इन कंपैरिजन बेस्ड सम्स आई रोट द वैल्यू इन द फॉर्म ऑफ अ रेशियो, देन आई रोट द फॉर्मूला फर्स्ट फॉर प्लैनेट ए, देन फॉर प्लैनेट बी, एंड नाउ आई विल डिवाइड इक्वेशन 1 एंड इक्वेशन 2. When I say divide equation 1, equation 2, that means LHS will get divided by LHS and RHS will get divided by RHS. तो पहले LHS and LHS, तो GA divided by GB. अभी RHS and RHS, तो GMA upon RE square divided by GMB upon RB square. Come on, tell me, you write in the chat box and tell me what should be my next step. Jaldi. Write in the chat box, come on, what should be my next step? बेटा कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. You can divide 1 by 2 or 2 by 1, कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, doesn't matter. इसके लिए मैंने ना वो by वाला confusion ही नहीं रखा है, मैंने and लिखा है, dividing 1 and 2, simple. Okay, very good. As you all told me, my next step should be conversion of this division into multiplication. अच्छा, if I convert division to multiplication, तो ये जो है ना वो रेशियो हो जाए, I mean वो इनवर्स हो जाएगा, वो रेसिप्रोकल हो जाएगा, तो ये ऐसा कुछ होगा. Now I can cancel G and G. So I'll get GA upon GB is equal to, now let me write M and M together. ऊपर MA है, नीचे MB है, तो ऊपर MA, नीचे MB. And let me write R and R together. So ऊपर RB है और नीचे RA है, तो ऊपर RB, नीचे RA, but obviously with a square. RB square upon RA square is RB upon RA the whole square. Now it's time to put the values. GA upon GB. देखो हमारे पास तो GB upon GA है. Yes, खुशी, very good. हमारे पास GB upon GA है 1/2. तो GA upon GB will be 2 is equal to MA upon MB in 2. We want RB upon RA, but हमारे पास तो RA upon RB है. RA upon RB is 1/2. तो obviously RB upon RA is going to be 2, लेकिन उसका square, which means 2 is equal to MA upon MB into 4. If I shift 4 on the left hand side, it will become division. 2/4 is 1/2. And now when you cross multiply, you will get the answer for MB. MB is equal to 2 times MA. And that's your answer. समझ में आया? चलो फटाफट कॉपी स्क्रीनशॉट लो ये सम का. On. Yes. मैंने बोला ना, GB upon GA 2/4 कैसा हुआ? GB upon GA is 1/2. तो मैंने तो वहां पे 1/2 सब्स्टिट्यूट किया है, लेकिन हमको यहाँ पे GA अपॉन GB चाहिए ना. GB अपॉन GA इज 1/2, तो GA अपॉन GB विल बी 2/1, मतलब 2. Okay, chalo, next sum. Next sum is also a comparison based sum. The mass and weight of an object on Earth are 5 kg and 49 Newton respectively. What will be their values on Moon? Assume that the acceleration due to gravity on Moon is 1/6 of that of Earth. Yes, Mayank. देख बेटा, पहले वाले सम में ना रेडियस ऑफ प्लैनेट ए इज हाफ द रेडियस ऑफ प्लैनेट बी. रेडियस ऑफ प्लैनेट ए मैंने लिखा RA इज तो इक्वल टू हाफ तो 1/2. किसका हाफ है ये? रेडियस ऑफ प्लैनेट बी, मतलब RB. सिंपल. वैसे ही यहाँ पे लास्ट लाइन में दिया है वैल्यू ऑफ G ऑन B, तो G ऑन B इज इक्वल टू हाफ तो 1/2. किसका हाफ है ये? ऑफ दैट वैल्यू ऑन A, तो G का वैल्यू ऑन A. समझा मयंक? ओके, तो अर्थ पे एक ऑब्जेक्ट का मास दिया है 5 kg एंड वेट दिया है 49 न्यूटन्स. What will be their values on moon? मून पे वही ऑब्जेक्ट का मास कितना होगा, वेट कितना होगा, वो हम लोग को ढूंढना है. Assume that the acceleration due to gravity on moon is 1/6 of that of Earth. Now, again, this sum is a comparison-based sum, and here we are comparing Earth and Moon. So, mass on Earth is given 5 kg, weight on Earth is given 49 Newton, and end में ना एक condition दिया है. क्या condition दिया है देखो बच्चों. The acceleration due to gravity on Moon, that means G on Moon, is मतलब is equal to 1/6. That means 1/6. किसका 1/6 है? Of that of Earth. So of GE. Again, that's what I told you earlier. Whenever we have comparison based sums, always write this thing in the form of ratio. So uske liye I'll shift GE here. I'll get GM upon GE is equal to 1/6. What are we finding? We are supposed to find these values on Moon. That means mass on Moon and weight on Moon. अच्छा मेरे को एक बात बताओ ना. What do you know about mass? अगर Earth पे mass 5 kg है, तो Moon पे mass कितना होना चाहिए? Yes, Shri, very good. Yes, it will be the same because mass of an object remains same everywhere. So if mass on Earth is 5 kg, then mass on Moon is also 5 kg. Now let's talk about weight. अच्छा, by the way, chat box में जरा लिख के भेजो weight का formula क्या है? What is the formula for weight बच्चों? वेट का फॉर्मूला, यस, W इज इक्वल टू mg. नाउ जैसे मैंने पहले वाले सम में किया था, आई विल राइट दिस फॉर्मूला फर्स्ट फॉर अर्थ, देन फॉर मून, एंड देन आई विल डिवाइड. सो फॉर अर्थ W will become WE, mass will become ME, and G will become GE. Equation number 1. For moon, W will become WM, mass will become MM, G will become GM. Equation number 2. Chalo, 1 और 2 मिल गया. Now what to do with 1 and 2? Should I add, divide, multiply, subtract? Tell me what. What should I do after getting equation 1 and equation 2? जो हमने पहले वाले सम में किया. Yes, dividing 1 and 2. So left hand side upon left hand side, right hand side upon right hand side. Now what we can do is we can substitute the values. WE is given to me 49 upon WM is equal to ME is given to me as 5 into GE. MM देखो बॉक्स में मिल गया है 5 into GM. 5 and 5 will get cut. So I will get 49 upon WM is equal to GE upon GM. Now GM upon GE is 1/6. So GE upon GM will be 6. अगर मुझे WM चाहिए तो 6 will come down, WM will go up. So I'll get 49 divided by 6 is equal to WM. I want everybody to divide now. Divide 49 by 6 and give me the answer up to 2 decimal places. Come on. 2 decimal places तक answer दो. All right, so the answer is going to be 8.166666. तो तुम लोग 8.167 लिख सकते हो, 17 लिख सकते हो, 16 लिख सकते हो. Everything is correct, and that's your answer. All right. Okay, so here we finish gravitation. यार दो सम्स, ये वाले दो सम्स जो हमने किए थे, ये वाले सम्स है ना, बोर्ड एग्जामिनेशन में कभी आज तक आए नहीं है और आने भी नहीं वाले हैं. तो we will not for now touch these sums. I want you all to be completely thorough with first what is important from board's point of view. तो ये वाले सम्स हम लोग आज नहीं करेंगे और ये प्रीलिम्स में ही नहीं करेंगे और ये प्रीलिम्स में ये दो सम्स आएंगे भी नहीं. So don't worry about the sums. चलो, come on, gravitation. Any doubts? बेटा कौन सा कैलकुलेशन यश? नो, ग्रेविटेशन एंड स्पेस मिशन का सॉल्व एग्जांपल्स नहीं करना है. दिवांश, ग्रेविटेशन चैप्टर में एक्सरसाइज में जो लास्ट दो सम्स है ना, वो फिलहाल मत करना. दैट वी विल सी आफ्टर द प्रीलिम्स क्या होने वाला है उसका. स्पेस मिशंस लेफ्ट. Now फटाफट तुम लोग है ना मेरे को बताओ, you want me to continue immediately or do you want a break of 5 minutes? Quick. If we continue immediately, we will finish early. Break चाहिए तो बताओ. ठीक है, चलो, I am getting a mixed answer, so I'll do what I feel I should do and I will continue. ठीक है, तो एक सेकेंड, I'll just open the presentation. Acha, is the screen visible now? Just let me know if it is. Okay. Right then, so formulae first, as always. The first formula is of escape velocity, and the formula is square root of 2gm upon r. Second formula for critical velocity, formula square root of gm upon r plus h. Just to remind you, what is the difference between escape and critical velocity? Escape velocity is that velocity जिससे किसी चीज को फेंकना पड़ता है so that it can escape out of the earth. Critical velocity is that velocity जो सैटेलाइट के पास होना चाहिए अर्थ पे घूमने के लिए, अर्थ के अराउंड घूमने के लिए. ठीक है, so remember the difference. Escape velocity is the velocity required to escape out of the earth, but critical velocity is the velocity required to revolve around the earth in an orbit. तो escape velocity का formula square root of 2gm upon r. क्रिटिकल वेलोसिटी का एक फॉर्मूला है स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ जीएम अपॉन आर प्लस एच, दूसरा फॉर्मूला है 2 पाई आर प्लस एच अपॉन टी। ठीक है, सो ओनली 3 फॉर्मूले। अच्छा, ये फॉर्मूला आया कहां से वो मैं बता नहीं रहा हूँ फिलहाल लुक एट दीज 3 फॉर्मूले। नाउ apart from these 3 formulae, some important values that you all should know: radius of the earth 6400 kilometers, escape velocity of the earth 11.2 kilometers per second, critical velocity of a satellite at a height of 35,780 kilometers. मतलब if there is a satellite which is revolving at that much height, तो वो satellite का critical velocity is going to be 3.08 kilometer per second. So 3 formulae, 3 values. फटाफट स्क्रीनशॉट लो जल्दी। Okay, चलो sum number 1. Now this sum is again similarly comparison based sum, जैसे हमने gravitation में किया था. Now in this sum they are talking about Earth and they are talking about a planet. If the mass of a planet is 8 times the mass of the Earth and its radius is twice the radius of the Earth, what will be the escape velocity on the planet? So let's see how do we solve. If the mass of the planet MP is 8 times, so is equal to 8 times the mass of the Earth. इसके लिए MP. मैंने वही तुम लोग को बार बार बोला है, whenever we have comparison based sums, we write that comparison in the form of a ratio. तो अभी इसको रेशियो में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए let me first have a point. Okay. इसमें रेशियो में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए I'll shift this ME here. So I will get MP upon ME is equal to 8. Similarly, radius is twice the radius of the Earth. Radius of the planet is twice the radius of the Earth. So RP is 2 times RE. Again, I'll shift RE there, so it will become division. So RP upon RE is equal to 2. आगे question है, what will be the escape velocity of the planet? So I am supposed to find the escape velocity of the planet. And Earth का escape velocity, मैंने अभी तुम लोगों को values में बताया, Earth का escape velocity is 11.2 kilometers per second. Now, the formula for escape velocity, V escape is equal to square root of 2gm upon r. All right. If V escape is square root of 2gm upon r, जैसे हमने gravitation में किया था, I'll use this formula first for Earth. For Earth, V escape will be V escape of Earth is equal to square root of 2gm will become me and r will become re. Equation number 1. Similarly, for the planet, V escape will become V escape of planet is equal to square root of 2gm will become mp and r will become rp. Equation number 2. Then again, that same story, dividing 1 and 2. So left hand side of 1 divided by left hand side of 2. Right hand side of 1 divided by right hand side of 2. Come on, फटाफट chat box में लिखो my next step. जल्दी 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 जल्दी. My next step. Correct. Division to multiplication, and that's why the second fraction will become its reciprocal. Right? Now here I can cancel 2g and 2g. So I'll get V escape on Earth upon V escape on planet is equal to square root of m and m to be written together. ऊपर ME है, नीचे MP है, तो ऊपर ME नीचे MP. Similarly, R and R to be written together. So ऊपर RP है, नीचे RE है, so ऊपर RP नीचे RE. Now time to put the values. V escape on Earth 11.2. V escape on planet, this is what we are finding, is equal to square root of, हमको चाहिए ME upon MP, हमारे पास है MP upon ME. Come on, answer me now. MP upon ME is 8. तो ME upon MP कितना? Yes, very good. It should be 1 upon 8 into हमको चाहिए RP upon RE और हमारे पास है RP upon RE 2. 2 1s are, 2 4s are. So I'll get square root of 1 upon 4. Square root of 1 upon 4 is 1 upon 2. and when you cross multiply, you will get the answer as 22.4, and that's your final answer. I hope the sum was easy. Was it easy? Say yes. Don't write no. बुरा लगेगा. Good. बेटा अर्थ का रेडियस is 6,400 kilometers. चलो next. Now this sum is also of similar type, comparison based sum. Actually, you did not take the screenshot. फटाफट screenshot ले लो. This is question number 1 of your exercise, so you don't have to take the screenshot especially for the question. Exercise का question number 1 है. Okay. Next. ये है exercise का question number 3. देखो यहाँ पे C लिखा है. The question is, if the height of a satellite completing one revolution around the Earth in t seconds is h1 meter, then what is the height of a satellite taking 2 root 2t seconds for one revolution? Now again, there is a comparison here. Here there is a comparison between one satellite and the other satellite. एक ऐसा satellite है जिसका height है h1 मीटर और उसका period of revolution है t, और दूसरा ऐसा satellite है जिसका height अपने को ढूंढना है. What is the height of the satellite we are supposed to find? और उसका period of revolution is 2 root 2t. Easy. So again, let me do one thing. Let me make things easier by writing given in the form of a table. And before you ask me in the chat box, exam में table बनाना allowed है, कोई रोकेगा नहीं. तो ये वाला doubt जो पूछेगा, he will be out of the lecture now. So table will have 2 columns, one column for satellite 1, another for satellite 2. For satellite 1, height is given h1 meter and उसका period of revolution is t seconds. For satellite 2, height हमको ढूंढना है और उसका period of revolution is 2 root 2t seconds. I am supposed to find, as you know in the table, height of satellite 2, that is h2. Now see, already the satellite is revolving. It is completing one revolution. मेरे को एक बात बताओ ना, in the chat box, if the satellite is revolving, should we talk about escape velocity or critical velocity? If the satellite is revolving, should we talk about escape velocity or critical velocity? Yes, very good. We will talk about critical velocity. And critical velocity will have 2 formulae. First formula is this, square root of gm upon r plus h. And second formula is this, 2 pi r plus h upon t. Now if you check these 2 formulae, दोनों का left hand sides equal है. Obviously दोनों का right hand sides भी equal होगा. तो मुझे मिलेगा right hand side of the first formula is equal to right hand side of the second formula. अब ये sum के लिए ना, I will treat this as my formula. अब जैसे हमने इतने सारे sums में किया है, यही formula मैं लिखूंगा पहले satellite 1 के लिए, फिर मैं लिखूंगा satellite 2 के लिए, and then I will divide 1 and 2. तो automatically I'll get the answer. So for satellite 1, अब सैटेलाइट 1 में ना जहां पे भी h है वहां पे हमको लिखना है h1, और जहां पे कैपिटल T है वहां पे हमको कैपिटल T लिखना है. तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ gm अपॉन r प्लस h1 इज इक्वल टू 2 पाई r प्लस h1 अपॉन t. इक्वेशन 1 फॉर सैटेलाइट 2. अब सैटेलाइट 2 में जहां पे h है वहां पे आएगा h2, और जहां पे t है वहां पे आएगा 2 रूट 2t. व्हाट वी गेट? Square root of gm upon r plus h2 is equal to 2 pi r plus h2 upon 2 root 2t. Equation number 2. So again, we have 1, we have 2, so dividing 1 and 2. So left hand side of 1 divided by left hand side of 2 is equal to right hand side of 1 divided by right hand side of 2. Again, in both the places, दोनों side पे मैं division को multiplication में convert करूंगा. तो first term multiplied by reciprocal is equal to first term multiplication reciprocal. Now carefully we start cancelling the terms now. Check. सबसे पहले तो I'll cancel gm and gm. Right side पे I'll cancel 2 pi and 2 pi, and I can also cancel t and t. तो अब बचेगा क्या पता है? लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे देखो, ऊपर बचा है r plus h2, नीचे बचा है r plus h1, so r plus h2 नीचे r plus h1 is equal to, देखो ऊपर क्या बचा है, ऊपर बचा है 2√2 and r plus h1 और नीचे क्या बचा है r plus h2. I cannot solve this further जब तक मैं ये स्क्वायर रूट साइन नहीं निकालूं, और ये स्क्वायर रूट निकालने के लिए what I'll do is I'll square. So squaring on both the sides, तो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड का स्क्वायर रूट निकल जाएगा. I will get r plus h2 upon r plus h1. And right hand side में एक सेकंड, राइट हैंड साइड में when I square 2 का स्क्वायर will be 4, √2 का स्क्वायर will be 2 and 4 into 2 will be 8. r plus h1 का स्क्वायर will be r plus h1 square and नीचे r plus h2 का स्क्वायर will be r plus h2 the whole square. See, once again, there is a square root here which is bothering me, so I decide to remove the square root by taking squares. So squaring on both the sides, तो ये square root तो निकल जाएगा लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे. राइट हैंड साइड पे क्या होगा, 2 का स्क्वायर होगा 4, √2 का स्क्वायर होगा 2, 4 into 2 we all know it is 8, so I write 8 here. फिर r plus h1 का स्क्वायर, r plus h1 का स्क्वायर, और नीचे r plus h2 का स्क्वायर, r plus h2 का स्क्वायर. सिंपल. Now I'll cross multiply. r plus h2 into r plus h2 square will be r plus h2 cube. Simple है ना एकदम. x into x square is x cube. So r plus h2 into r plus h2 का square will be r plus h2 का cube. Similarly, r plus h1 into r plus h1 का square will be r plus h1 का cube, obviously with an 8. अभी देखो ये भी cube है, ये भी cube है, and if you know 8 is also a cube, तो taking cube roots, अगर मैं cube root लूंगा तो r plus h2 बचेगा, राइट साइड पे r plus h1 बचेगा, और 8 का क्यूब रूट क्या है, चला मेरे को लिख के बताओ चैट बॉक्स में, व्हाट इज द क्यूब रूट ऑफ 8? 2. Very good. So 2 into r plus h1. On the right hand side, I open the brackets, so I get r plus h2 is equal to 2r plus 2h1. By the way, what do we want? Look at to find. हमको चाहिए h2, so let me shift r here. तो प्लस r जो है ना वो राइट हैंड साइड में जाके माइनस r हो जाएगा, तो I will get 2r plus 2h1 minus r. 2r minus r. How much is 2r minus r? Very good, Shubham. Excellent, everybody. So h2 will be 2r minus r is r plus 2h1, and that's your answer. Although the sum was big, although the terms were huge, but still if you realized, method was still the same. We wrote the formula for one object, we got equation 1. We wrote the formula for the other object, we got equation 2. And we divided, ultimately अपने को मिल गया आंसर. चलो फटाफट स्क्रीनशॉट लो, बाद में एक ही सम बाकी है, and then we are done with the sums today. Sonam is finding the sums hard. I don't think sum is easy. Just needs little bit of practice. So next sum. Otherwise asking sir why we use both the formulae. बड़ा आंसर चाहिए, इसके लिए करना पड़ेगा. Simple. But if you try with one formula, you'll end up nowhere. मतलब you'll get stuck in between. You can try using one. So last sum. Weber critical velocity is that velocity जो सैटेलाइट के पास होना चाहिए अगर वो अर्थ के अराउंड रिवॉल्व करना है तो. अगर उसका वेलोसिटी इज नॉट क्रिटिकल तो वो अर्थ के या तो नीचे गिर जाएगा अगर वेलोसिटी कम होगा तो, या तो बाहर चले जाएगा अगर वेलोसिटी ज्यादा हुआ तो. चलो look at the question now. How much time a satellite in an orbit of height 35,780 kilometers above the Earth's surface would take? if the mass of the Earth would have been 4 times its original mass. See, in the sun, they are talking about a satellite, and I want you all to understand the question first. In the sun, they are talking about a satellite which is at this much height. तो उसका period of revolution कितना होगा अगर अर्थ का मास 4 टाइम्स है? तो मतलब we don't have to find the original period of revolution, we have to find the new period of revolution. If the mass of the Earth would have been 4 times its original mass, so how much time will it take? I hope you all have understood this. So let's write what values are given. If you see in the question, height is given 35,780 kilometers. Then they've given me one condition: mass of the Earth would have been 4 times its original mass. So the new mass of the Earth, matlab m dash, is 4 times the original mass. Original mass is m, so 4 times m. Okay, what are we finding? We are finding its new period of revolution. मतलब अपने को t नहीं चाहिए, अपने को चाहिए t dash. अब there are few values जो हमने पहले भी पढ़े थे, मैंने list of formula के नीचे तुम लोग को लिखवाया है. If a satellite is at this much height, तो उसका critical velocity and the radius of the Earth. These two values I want you all to remember. Radius of the Earth is this much, and critical velocity at this much height is 3.08 kilometers per second. Now again, because the sum is related to critical velocity, I start by using the formula for critical velocity. Now we know the formula for critical velocity is square root of gm upon r plus h. All right. Now critical velocity is equal to square root of gm upon r plus h, where m is the mass of the Earth. But here the mass of the Earth has become 4 times. So m will be replaced by m dash, और क्योंकि m dash हो जाएगा, vc भी vc dash हो गया. I repeat this step once again. I want you all to pay double attention, especially in this sum. The formula for critical velocity is square root of gm upon r plus h. However, if the mass of the Earth becomes 4 times as given in the question, तो mass will become new mass, m will become m dash. तो ये vc भी चेंज हो जाएगा ना, अंदर का वैल्यू चेंज हो गया तो बाहर का भी वैल्यू चेंज हो जाएगा, तो vc will become vc dash. Now according to given, tell me in the chat box, m dash का वैल्यू कितना दिया है? जल्दी लिखो chat box में. How much is the value of m dash? Yes, it is 4m. Very good. So g into 4m upon r plus h. अच्छा, अगर ये 4 को मैंने स्क्वायर रूट के बाहर लाया तो कितना होगा? If I take the 4 out of the square root sign, it will become 2. So vc dash is equal to 2 into, अभी 4 चला गया तो बचेगा gm on r plus h. बच्चों, I want you all to look at this term. स्क्वायर रूट के अंदर वाला टर्म देखो और इधर भी देखो स्क्वायर रूट के अंदर वाला टर्म. Don't you think both are same? If both are same, तो ये पूरे के बदले मैं सिंपली vc लिखूंगा तो भी चलेगा. तो मुझे मिलेगा vc dash is equal to 2 into, ये पूरे टर्म के बदले I simply write vc. I'll get vc. Equation number 1. Somebody was asking me in the earlier sum, सर हम लोग ने दोनों फॉर्मूला क्यों किया? देखो ये बेस्ट एग्जांपल है, यहाँ पे मैंने एक ही फॉर्मूला यूज किया है तो आई गेट स्टक हियर नाउ. अभी मुझे आगे सॉल्व करने के लिए सेकंड फॉर्मूला यूज करना ही पड़ेगा, एंड दिस इज द सेकंड फॉर्मूला. Vc is equal to 2 pi r plus h upon t, but this is the formula that I'll be using only when the mass of the Earth is original. लेकिन यहाँ पे ओरिजिनल नहीं है, यहाँ पे तो अर्थ का मास चेंज हुआ है. If the mass of the Earth is 4 times its original mass, then नया वैल्यू जो Vc का है will be 2 pi r plus h upon time का नया वैल्यू. Alright, so t will become t dash. Now, according to equation number 1, if you check Vc dash का वैल्यू is 2Vc, तो यहाँ पे Vc dash के बदले I'll write 2Vc is equal to 2 pi r plus h upon t dash from equation number 1. Now I can cancel this 2 and 2. So what I get is Vc is equal to pi into r plus h upon t1. Now I want t dash. तो मैं क्या करूंगा, टी डैश को यहाँ पे लेके आऊंगा और ये वीसी को यहाँ पे लेके आऊंगा, तो आई विल गेट टी डैश इज इक्वल टू पाई इंटू आर प्लस एच ऑन वीसी। ना इफ यू सी, अगर मुझे टी डैश चाहिए, चेक करो मुझे टी डैश ही चाहिए, तो आई हैव ऑल दीज 4 वैल्यूज। पाई का वैल्यू वी ऑल नो 3.14, रेडियस ऑफ द अर्थ गिवन में है, हाइट गिवन में है, अपॉन वीसी गिवन में है। Now to make this sum easier, I will do some approximation. Approximation मतलब क्या मालूम है, मैं राउंड ऑफ करूंगा। 3.14 को मैं राउंड ऑफ करके 3.1 लिख रहा हूं। 6,400 plus 35,780 will give me this simple addition, and 3.08 को भी मैं राउंड ऑफ कर रहा हूं and I write it as 3.1. I'm sure some intelligent people might have guessed मैंने राउंड ऑफ क्यों किया। Simply so that my calculation becomes easy. 3.1 gets cancelled, तो बचेगा क्या, t dash is equal to 42,780 seconds. But hold on, I cannot say that this is my answer, because generally satellite का जो period of revolution है, it is never measured in seconds, it is always measured in hours. तो मुझे ये seconds को है ना hours में convert करना है, तो मुझे एक बात बताओ, 1 hour is how many seconds? 1 hour is how many seconds? And please don't disappoint me by writing 60 seconds. 1 hour is not 60 seconds. 1 hour is 60 minutes. 1 minute is 60 seconds. So 1 hour will be 60 into 60. 60 into 60. Now again, do not disappoint me by writing 360. Neha. 60 into 60 is 3,600. So T dash will be 42180 upon 3,600 seconds. I mean hours. 10 will get cut. Now if you check 4218 and 360 दोनों है ना 6 के टेबल में जाएगा। ऊपर मिलेगा 6 7s are 42, 6 zeros are 0 and 1 and 8 will become 18. So 6 3s are 18. नीचे मिलेगा 6 6 are 36 and 0, and when you divide 703 by 60 you will get the answer as 11.71. See again in the textbooks here it is given 12, but better stick with what we have. Take the screenshot. Now tomorrow you have a revision lecture of chemical equations, and tomorrow you will get a list of all the chemical reactions from our side. तो तुम लोग उतने ही chemical reactions करने हैं, and day after tomorrow again we will meet for numericals of lesson number 5, 6 and 7. बेटा डेरिवेशंस है ही नहीं, एक ही डेरिवेशन है वो इनवर्स स्क्वायर लॉ का, केपलर वाला, लेकिन वो भी ओमिट हो गया। Yes, Khushi, you have to convert it into hours. It is compulsory. घाटकोपर के बच्चों को ऑलरेडी मिल गया है केमिकल रिएक्शंस। ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम्स। जिनको नहीं मिला उनको मिल जाएगा। एंड डी एन नगर आई विल आस्क शशिकांत सर, ठीक है, टू सेंड यू ऑल द लिस्ट ऑफ फॉर्मूला। ऑलराइट गाइस, I hope this session was very, very useful.